Hi guys, it's Rosalie. I wanted to start off by saying thank you to all of you for watching and for supporting me. Honestly, without all of you, this wouldn't mean anything. Also, I went to a local market today and I bought about 10 pounds of these cute little cucumbers. And I like these better than the larger cucumbers because they're crunchier, they're sweeter, and they just make whatever you're eating them with taste a lot better, in my opinion. Um, so my plan is to eat, of course, one time a day because I have felt like my priorities in life have need to be refocused, and I want to build my discipline and build my will. And I'm not talking about developing an eating disorder, which reminds me that if you are, if you do want to go on a diet, I don't really like saying that, but if that's what you want to do, then you need to consult with your doctor. And that's my little disclaimer. But I bought these cucumbers because I'm going to chop them up and throw them and toss them with some mixed vegetables. And it's very simple. I'm just going to buy some mixed vegetable bags from the frozen food section of the grocery store. And I will steam them and toss them with the cucumbers and maybe toss in some chickpeas or black beans or maybe some avocado and like a meatless like those products, like it says that it's chicken, it says that it's meat, but it's meatless. Not tofurkey, not that. Um, but something like that, or maybe just another type of protein that I can throw in there and maybe throw in some seeds, something like that, into this meal that I'm going to eat. Uh, the reason that I'm doing this is not entirely for health. I would say for health reasons, it is only, uh, for health reasons, I would say it is 40%. The other 60% is for my mind. I am feeling really good right now about my life. Not to say that I have not dealt with difficulties, because I have. That's one thing. I'm going to sidetrack here. That's one thing that really irritates me, is that if you're in a good mood or if you are pleasant to people, this is my experience at least, people will assume that you have no problems at all that you're dealing with. They'll envy you because right off the bat, they think that you are problem free, worry free. I'm not saying that I'm wearing a disguise or I'm wearing some kind of a mask, because I have discussed certain issues that I face and certain problems, and everybody in this world is dealing with their own set of problems or challenges. But that's, just because you you may be pleasant or happy or just kind to people, depending on what they're going through, is how they're going to take your kindness. It's very twisted, this world that we live in. Um, so the reason that I kind of forgot what I was going to say, but the reason that I am eating this way is because I want to reinforce discipline into my life, commitment. I find that the only way to increase your level of commitment to your work or to your goal is to stay committed in the little things. There is actually an amazing article that I'm going to post right below, a link to. It's titled "The Secret Assault." It's from a website called by the name of boundless.org. And in this article, they talk about gluttony and sloth. And whether you're religious or not, isn't the issue. That's not the issue. What the focus is on how easily the human being can succumb to its every whim and every desire. Feeding yourself until you fall asleep, or eating until it's hard to breathe. Oh yeah, here comes Thanksgiving. Numbs you to the other parts of your life. In the article, they do emphasize how overeating, and specifically gluttony, can numb your heart and your spirit to God. But it can also numb you to the other parts of your life. Why do they call it emotional eating? It's not called emotional eating because, it's strictly because they're happy that they're eating, or it's strictly because they're sad that they're eating. It's emotional eating because the food has become some form of, has taken the place of the body's natural way of coping. We've forgotten and we've stopped trusting our bodies. And that's where the problem lies. Once you stop trusting your body, because it tells you when it's hungry, and you for sure know when you're full. Once you stop listening and you try to control, or you have no control, that's when you find yourself in a bit of trouble internally. So, to put it simply, I don't want to be numb to the other parts of my life. I don't want food to become such a strong focus that I lose sight of everything else around me. So what I'm saying is, even if food isn't a larger focus in your life, and you want to increase your receptivity and your receptiveness, and you want to just increase your focus on those other areas in your life, whether it be your relationship, whether it be your goals, your job, your kids, your pets, your home, your school, your car, whatever is on your mind, whatever is nagging you, whatever you are upset about. And the only reason you're upset is because you want things to change and you want them to be differently. And it's very true that nothing will change unless you do. So that's what I'm doing with this. This is my plan with eating just one time a day, to reduce the importance of food in my life, because it is important, but it is not more important than the other things in my life. It is a very small part of my life. If you really, sit down and do some research, you would be amazed as to how little food we actually need to survive. This is my goal. And I always hear about people saying, it's such a heated debate. It's honestly at times funny. But I do hear people say, yes, eating one meal a day is very beneficial. And then I hear other people say, oh my gosh, you're going to kill yourself. That's not good. And, depending on how much the person eats, that does make a difference. I'm talking about one full meal. The only way to really get to the bottom of this, because it has been one thing that's been on my mind, and I don't like giving up. So yes, I've tried it once. I want to do this again. The only way to truly know and to get to the bottom of a theory is to test it out yourself. Only the safe ones. I don't want anyone crazy doing any, testing out a crazy theory here. So that's what I'm doing. Right here I have with me a watermelon bowl. And I just have some watermelon in there that I was eating. I love watermelon. It's so good. So refreshing. 90% water. Probably even more. But if any of you are interested in doing this, join me. Wonderful. And if you don't feel that you are in that place, that's completely fine. Work with yourself, be gentle with yourself, and know that certain things will take longer than others in your life. If there were no such thing as comparison, I'm sure that a majority of the world's problems would be gone. People need to stop this comparing each other crap. I know it's hard not to, but I guess that's why we have competition. Competition is also good. It fuels you to surpass not only the others in your race, but to surpass your own preconceived capabilities. So that's my plan. My plan is to eat less. Not just, honestly, it's probably going to even be like a 30% on the health part. To eat less in order to increase my awareness in the other areas of my life, in order to become more receptive, in order to become more whole, in order to have more clarity. Food, I mean, whether it's a religious thing or not, food, too much of anything, can honestly numb you to life. It can numb you. And when I read that scared me. I don't want to go through my life feeling like I'm under a cloud, or that I don't know what's going on, or wondering if I missed out on some opportunity because I was too numb to recognize it. Seriously. That's why when someone is fasting, if you've ever personally met someone, or if you've seen someone who has gone through a fast, or they're currently fasting, or they finished a fast, there is this peace about them, this calmness, this gentleness, and it's awe-inspiring. So that's what I want for my life. That's what I want for your lives. I will keep you all posted. I hope you all have a great night.